everything that I learned back in 2015 is still relevant today. As much as Google changes, Google really just stays the same when it comes to how to rank. People really try to out-clever Google. Don't try to out-clever Google. If you want to get clever, do it elsewhere. Everyone was saying the sky was falling, SEO's dead. Let's just make sure that SEO doesn't die, and we'll...
Linkhouse, more than link building platform.
Hello guys, it's Tom from Linkhouse. It's second day of SEO Estonia conference. I'm here with Kyle Ruth. Hello, Kyle.
How are we doing?
We prepared a bunch of questions. I think around 10 to 15 questions.
Okay.
Great to have you with me. So let's begin with the question. The first question is warm-up question. What can you tell our viewers about yourself? Who is Kyle Ruth?
I am the co-founder of High Voltage SEO, which is a multinational SEO agency. I'm the co-founder of Page Optimizer Pro, which is an on-page SEO tool. I'm the co-founder of IMG Courses, which is a platform where we teach SEO. I'm also one of the co-founders of SEO Estonia.
Yeah. So what about your impressions about the first day of the conference? How do you feel after you speak also and after, the whole thing?
This is a quality event.
Yeah.
The people that come here are really high level. The kind of people you want to be around, even if they're newer to SEO, it's the kind of people you want to be around. The sponsors are fantastic. And I think the level of presentation's been great.
Yeah. Like Linkhouse is one of the sponsors.
One of the best.
Yeah.
The best.
Okay. So a little off topic. What book recently impressed you the most, and what books, not even only the SEO books, but, in general, what books do you recommend?
I don't think I've ever read an SEO book.
Okay. You need to write one.
I know, maybe I do. A really good book that I like is The Algebra of Happiness by Scott Galloway. And it's the idea of, can you be a high income earner and still be happy and still be a good person? I highly recommend that. But otherwise, when I read books, I like to read mysteries. I love Agatha Christie.
Okay.
And I think I've read every Agatha Christie book.
Yeah, it's like, to be honest, Agatha Christie is one of the, Polish mom's favorite authors.
And me.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. So what can you tell us about your presentation? What was your main inspiration? Why have you chosen the exact topic?
In my talk, I walked through some of the SEO tests that I've done, but I did it where I talked about some of my earlier tests and how I got into testing and kind of the concepts that I was able to learn, but then kind of showing that everything that I learned back in 2015 is still relevant today. It all still works. It all, as much as Google changes, Google really just stays the same when it comes to how to rank.
Okay. So in terms of rank, can we still rank with Lorem Ipsum?
You can. Lorem Ipsum still works. You can still do it. Yeah, you can still do it for sure.
So regarding on-page SEO, what's the key to success? Is it building topical authority or something completely else?
The top 4 places to put a keyword are in your URL, your H1 paragraph tags, and your title tag, and that's been the same for forever.
Okay.
And so I would say one of the keys is don't overthink it. People really try to out-clever Google. Don't try to out-clever Google. Like, be very plain and straightforward, especially in those spots. If you want to get clever, do it elsewhere.
Okay.
But at least get the basics done.
Yeah.
And that's going to take care of a lot of your SEO, and then go from there.
Yeah. So we need to remember about the foundation of the.
People skip the foundation for some reason. Yeah. You can't skip the foundation. You can do fancy stuff after that, but make sure you've hit those basics first.
Yeah, maybe steps. Okay. So next question is how to build a real SEO community with success. So what tips can you share with us based on your experience? Of course.
We have to be transparent. You have to. Everything that I teach, everything that I talk about, I actually do. I don't share anybody else's ideas. The methods that I teach are the methods that I've developed from doing SEO. And I think you have to come from that perspective of, this is how I do SEO, demonstrate how it's been successful, and then be able to present it in a way that people can understand. And so I think you really just have to give a lot in order to establish it, because you have to get to a level of credibility.
Yeah.
People have to trust what you're saying. And I think there are a lot of people out there that don't do SEO, but then try to teach SEO.
Okay.
And you can see it, you know, like, because also when they get asked questions, they don't have the ability to say, I don't know, you know, so they feel like, because they're always making it up.
Yeah,
they were making it up from the start.
Yeah.
So like, there are times when I don't know the answer to something, and I'm comfortable to say, like, I don't know, but this is what I do know. And this is what I think, or this would be my guess based on what I do know. And so I think, you have to do SEO, you have to be trustworthy, you have to build that credibility, and then I think you can build a community.
Yeah, transparency is a key
for sure
in every steps, and in terms of building your credibility also. And as you said, it's nothing bad about saying I don't know, and this also can build up your credibility.
Yeah,
and transparency.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go with another one. What do you think about the future of SEO? This is general questions, but maybe you have some thoughts about it.
You know, a lot of people are really down on SEO right now. I'm the other way. I'm very bullish on SEO. I do think we'll have a contraction of people in SEO, people maybe doing their own websites or people offering services. But from now, I see that for the next 3 to 6 months, there will be, I think, a slight contraction. But after that, I think it's going to grow again. In 2018 and 2019, I think there was a real big surge of people getting into the SEO game, whether doing their own sites or offering services. And then COVID happens and people are staying home, and we had a bigger surge because now people are doing side projects. You know, as a result, I think the industry got maybe a little too big in terms of the amount of sites that are out there and the amount of service providers. And that's what I think we're experiencing right now, is that a lot of people learned a technique, but they didn't necessarily learn SEO.
Okay.
And then when there is a bit of a change, like we've got HCU last year, we've got the March core update, maybe their technique doesn't work anymore, but they didn't really get the framework. And so that's where I think we're going to see that contraction of people getting out. And things are going to stabilize in the next 3 to 6 months, and then things are going to go back up again.
Okay, that's an interesting point of view. So does the use of Google Ads affect SEO in your opinion?
At a minimum, it's a great indexer where you can run ads to pages that aren't indexing and you can get them to show up in the SERPs. I think at a minimum, I think it can affect rank if there are other factors involved. I think there's like a co-current factor that would need to be in play. Maybe it's as simple as being on page 1 or high on page 2, and then ads would work, because I don't think you can run ads to something on page 5 and get it to me, because that wouldn't be getting any clicks anyway, right? It shouldn't be getting any clicks. So it'd be weird for that to then affect rank. But I think if you've got something that's like in the 8th spot and you run ads to it, it's not surprising to see it go up to the 6th spot, you know, and get a little boost that way. So I think ads can affect rank, but there are probably other co-current factors that need to be in play for it to work.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, but if you like our talk with Kyle Roof, you can't miss the webinar with him. Sign up using the link in the video description or pin comment and learn more about SEO from Kyle. And back to the podcast.
Okay, so what are your predictions about AI overview? Should SEO specialists be worried about it?
I think when it's going to be exactly like featured snippets. When featured snippets came out, everyone was saying the sky was falling, SEO's dead. You know, this is going to radically change everything, and it didn't. What it changed was it actually gave another opportunity for optimization.
Sure.
Now we want to be in this featured snippet area. And granted, I think overall traffic did drop a little bit. I don't remember the exact numbers, but maybe it was 8% or something like that, or 10% with, you know, of a haircut. Maybe something similar like that. That's what I anticipate. But I see it as just another optimization opportunity. Once it stabilizes and we know what it is, because it's still changing a bit. They're rolling it back. They're adding new features. Once we kind of know what it is, then we can start to test it. And then we can start to figure out where that information is being pulled from. And then that's just another layer of optimization for us.
Okay, so if you could advise, what is worth focusing on SEO nowadays?
You know, I wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
Sites that got hit in the last update, I think were mostly manual penalties. I don't think it was algorithmic. So I don't think any techniques have changed in terms of like, this doesn't work anymore. Like something you know works consistently will still work.
Yeah.
All that is still, I think, the same. Those sites that got hit, I think will stay hit for a while. I don't think they're going to recover anytime soon.
Okay.
We'll see maybe a couple recoveries here and there, but by and large, if those sites that were hit are just going to be affected, but anything that made it through, anything that was that would start now, I think it's going to be totally fine. And so the stuff that was working before is what's going to work now.
Okay. So are the other any important underestimated factors that are not talked about enough in your opinion? Because this is interesting question, because everyone who is asked about it have something else in mind. So I'm really curious about it.
Factors not talked about enough. I don't know. I do focus a lot on page, and I do feel.
Okay.
I'm not sure there's anything groundbreaking.
Okay.
I do think though that a lot of people do overcomplicate it. Like people talk about different. You have to do this semantic thing or that vector thing, just right. Like you know, if you do a good outline with like your H2s and your subheadings, and you get an idea on the word count you need, so like get the title, get the subheadings, understand how big it needs to be, you're going to be fine. You're gonna cover a lot of those semantic things, and then if you run it through like an SEO tool, you should be tweaking just a little bit here and there. But if you're tweaking a lot, the tool is telling you that you're way off. That means you wrote a really bad article. You know, rewrite that article. But yeah, if you just do a good outline and take your time to do that, I don't think you need to really worry about a lot of that extra stuff.
Yeah, specialists often don't want to go with simple way, and they are looking for something.
Exactly, like it's got to be some special thing, and I'm gonna this magic and nah.
Try to be simple.
Yeah, straightforward. Straightforward.
Okay.
You'll do great. I promise.
So what is the ideal link profile in your perspective? How to build it, and how do you diversify your link profile? What tactics do you focus on?
You know, the secret is hiding in plain sight. And again, this is another one, like, don't overthink it. You know, I know within Linkhouse, you can go in and do like gap analysis, right? Where you can see like what you're actually, if Google is rewarding that site that's on page 1, that means it likes that site. And if they have links that you don't have, those are the ones I would get. You know, I wouldn't necessarily base it off of just one site, but if you're looking at like, say, 3 of the top competitors that are consistently winning a keyword or a niche that you want, see what they have done. They're clearly doing something right. You're going to see commonality between those 3. And then if you don't have those links, that's where exactly.
It's a really good hint.
100%. Now, is it going to be right 100% of the time? No. But this is the kind of analysis that'll give you the best chance for success.
You
know, and then so like when you find those gaps, like, hey, these 3 sites are always winning and all of them have this type of link and I don't have that, that's where I would go. And that's what I would build. Or you realize you're a little light. You know, we have this many, they all have that many. That's what I would build.
Okay. So the year, this year is 2024. Looking at the last few months, a lot has been happening in Google. What are your thoughts on recent events? AI overviews, Google leak, and recent algorithm changes. Is it bigger than in the past, or is it just other situation that Google tried to, you know?
I'll speak to the leak. I think that was a pretty big embarrassment for them. As you know, I run SEO tests a lot, and so a lot of the stuff that's on there is stuff those are things that I've tested, and I've also seen Google spokespeople say that that's not true. You know, and then we all kind of felt they were lying. I mean, you just kind of hoped it wasn't intentional. But then when you see that a leak like that, it's hard to see a lot of what they've said as I mean, you hate to call somebody dishonest, but it does feel a little dishonest on how they presented some factors. Within SEO. So the leak was really validating for a lot of the work that I've done. My concern though, is that it'll be just like everything else at SEO where like people learn something, but then they don't do anything with it because again, they then want to go to the complex techniques. Like just, okay, these are the things that are here. Like, and we can now approach a very straightforward or a simpler way to do SEO because we can feel good about, you know, SEO, you're not going to be right every time, but you can do things consistently so that you're right more times than not.
And
that's kind of the goal. Because it's not going to work 100% all the time, but if you can get it to work, you know, 60% of the time, you're probably going to beat most of your competitors. Get to 70%, like, wow, now you're probably crushing. You know, and I think you can glean a lot of information out of that leak. Gets very foundational things, and then you'll do well consistently.
Okay. So if SEO turns out to be dead, what will you do?
That's a great question. I'm not very good looking, so the model career is out.
You never know.
In a previous life, I was a lawyer. I'm still licensed in the US. So worst case scenario, I could do that, but I really don't want to do that.
It's not the worst scenario, to be honest.
No, but that'd be grim. I don't know. Let's just make sure that SEO doesn't die, and we'll.
Okay, let's go that way. Okay, so how do you see the future of link building and SEO in the coming years?
You know, like a lot of people talk about that links are to become less important, and I would disagree. I bet they become more important because they can curate links pretty well. Within the update, they talk about like good clicks and bad clicks, and you can track clicks through links. And I always thought that would be the best way to measure a link. The value of a link is if somebody's actually clicking on it, right? And that would be a very good vote for saying that this is really good content. And in that sense, I could only see links becoming more important because they can actually do a lot to validate a link and then say like, yeah, these links demonstrate conclusively that this is good content or this is the content that people want. So really, I could predict links becoming more important is more likely than links becoming less important.
Okay. So I think it's the end. It was a pleasure, Kyle. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was, I think, some of and all of your answers was on point. Thank you, Kyle, for joining us today. Please remember to like and subscribe our channel, and I will see you soon. Probably, I will hope that I will see you all in SEO Estonia next year. So thank you once again, Kyle.
Thanks so much.